Hi friends, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and we truly are here for number 50 in the One Page Wonder series. So we are going to make a different style folio, and I'm excited to share it with you. It is made with a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I used single-sided paper, so then I did need 2 additional pieces to layer, but you can use a double-sided piece or be like me, and I'll show you and share all the measurements. So let's take a look. This one opens like this, and I added a belly band on this layer, and then it opens again. Look at this pretty strawberry paper. This is a piece of scrapbook paper that I've had forever, and I had several of the strawberries and some of the green, and so I thought this would be fun. And then I had some ephemera pieces from a strawberry digital kit, which I can tell you guys about too. So there's these little split pages, and they both have a side load tuck spot right there. And this one I put a journaling spot. This one I added another little pocket. And then on this side, a journaling spot, and then a top load pocket up here. I think they're so cute. And then this is a journal spot with a big, deep pocket in the back. Okay, so it's not hard. It is an easy one, simple scoring and all of that. So we'll get started. The kit is called Strawberry Patch, and I actually got it on Creative Fabrica. Every once in a while I share a kit that I got on that site, so I'll link it for you guys in case you're interested in looking at it. There were some cute little strawberry pieces that I really enjoyed. They're a little oh yeah, I made a ticket into a little pocket there too, the library cards. Anyway, just fun. Okay, let me close that up. So you need a piece of 12 by 12 paper that you just cut in half, so you end up with 2 pieces that are 6 by 12, and we were going to score them the exact same way and cut them the same way. So that makes it really easy. And again, mine is single-sided. You can use double-sided when we get to the layering. You can just do that, or you can skip it if you have the double-sided paper. Okay, so we're going to do both pieces the same. The first score is on the 12-inch side at 4 inches, and then you're going to do 8 inches. These are very familiar scores. We do them a lot with One Page Wonders. Now, I want you guys to be able to see what I am doing. So I'm going to go ahead on this one. Whoops. Fold it back and add a touch of ink because there's another score we need to do. Okay. So we've just scored at 4 and at 8. And now we are going to score on the 6-inch side at 3 inches, but we're only going to come to this score line. Okay, so you're going to stop right at that score line. This is going to be how we make those little pages. So we're going to do the second one the exact same way. So I will say it again, and I will also put it in the description box for you guys. On the 12-inch side, score at 4, at 8, and then on the 6-inch side, score at 3 inches, just right to the score line. Okay. Now this project was inspired by Liz at the Paper Project. She did this one years ago, and I've had it bookmarked. Wanted to do it, create it, and show you guys my take on it. So if you've seen this one or something similar, that is where I got it. Okay. Again, I want you to, whoops, I don't want to do that. I want you guys to see where I'm cutting. I'm trying to think of how to do that because I don't want to crease my paper. I'll just get a little bit in there. I'm going to be on this score line, all right? And we are going to basically cut that score line out. I do want to be as neat as I can because I want my 2 layers to match up. We're going to be gluing them together. So I'm cutting just a little to the right of the score line, and now I'm going to go just a smidge to the left. And then I will do the same thing to the other piece. And again, it's just a sliver like that. But then what happens is there's plenty of room for these pages to flip. And, you know, if you have to do like what I'm doing and kind of adjust just a touch, make sure everything is nice and neat, go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and crease this one on the other score line. All right, so now you have a piece that looks like that, and we are going to do the same thing. I'm not going to try to ink this one, but I'm just going to cut out the score line. And the neater you are, probably the less like little trimming you might have to do later to make sure it lines up. But you can do that. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm going to fold this to make it a little bit easier for me to get that little sliver off. So welcome everybody. I can't believe we are at 50 one-page wonders, and it's, you know, technically more than that because there's a few that I did multiple versions, but I numbered them like ABC. And then I also did a few that I just didn't put in the series because they were so simple and part of another video. Okay, but I do have a playlist with all the one-page wonders, so go check that out if you want more fun and inspiration. Okie dokie. We are going to glue these pockets together. So for me, to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to fold the one layer back, get it out of the way. You can see we're going to try to line it up perfectly on these little pockets. So I'm going to do one at a time and not get myself in a mess, hopefully. So I am going to add glue to the top, along the score line, and the bottom of this pocket. And I just refilled this bottle of glue, so it is definitely coming out. All right, I'm going to line it up the best I can. I'm going to fold it over and try to get it just really lined up well. Cut that one out of the way. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing along that score line, the top and the bottom. This is going to be those little pocket pages. And you can use any paper you want. You know, I wanted to use these strawberries. Again, I'm thinking about spring. Ready for it to be spring. All right, and then all of this should open up because these are going to be our covers and our pages. So just look at everything. It's looking pretty good. All right, so you want to lay yours like this. And if you're going to do it like mine, which is having the big pocket as the back cover, then you are going to, you've got your center little flippy pages. This one folds back like this. Okay, so just fold that back. This is going to become the, I haven't folded this one. I haven't creased it, so let's crease it. This is going to become the page that opens up and the front cover. Okay, so yes, the white is on the front, and so we're going to use some other paper to cover it. Again, you can use whatever you like, but it'll open up, and then we'll have these two flips, and then this is a pocket. So I want a notch, so I know I've folded that back. I'm going to put the notch here. Let me just say, because Liz explained this in her video too, if you'd rather your cover be the pocket, you would then just do the opposite. So I'll just show you that real quick. Here are your flippy pages. If you want the front to be the pocket, fold it back. This would be your cover. You can put a little notch here, pocket, pocket. And then when you get to this side of your little journal, it would open up like this, and then like this, okay? And if you didn't want that to be white, you could cover it. I'm gonna make mine the way I did my prototype. So I'm gonna get it folded here and here. All right, let's do the notches for my pockets. So we'll do these in just a minute. We're gonna do this one first. This is going to get glued together. Before I glue it together, I want to put a notch on this panel. So I'm just gonna use, this is a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it in the center of the panel right there. All right, let's add a touch of ink before I glue. Just go ahead and get that part inked, and on this side we'll go ahead and get this one inked a little. Okay, let's glue this down. So we need glue on the outside and the bottom to make, to make that pocket. See my glue? It says I'm ready to go. And the neater you are with your glue, the more space you'll have in your pocket. Right, that's where your glue is in the bottom. Okay, and this is your back cover now. Okay, and you have your pocket. All right, I also want, the glue kind of stuck those back together. That's funny. Okay, I want to put a little thumb notch in each of these pockets. So again, you can mark it if you want to make sure it's absolutely centered. I'm just gonna eyeball mine and try to do a similar depth since they're side by side. I think that looks pretty good. Those fly on me. All right, a little bit of ink. Now, again, if yours needs any kind of trimming or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. I think mine looks okay, but my other one I did trim up some, so don't worry if that happens. All right, we'll do some more inking in a minute. Now I went ahead and cut, I'm using, like I said, the same paper. I cut 2 pieces that measure 4 by 6 because it is just gonna lay right on top. And again, we're gonna put them on here, and if anything is hanging over a little bit or a smidge, we'll just trim it up then, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add a touch of ink to these. And then we will glue them down. Inking is always optional. Some people don't ink at all and their work looks great. So it's a very much personal preference. I am using walnut stain, my usual, my go-to. All right, glue and down. And if you want to turn this into a pocket, you could do that. Doing my best to line it up. That looks good. And then I also need a piece on this panel. And again, you could leave it white. And this is where I was mentioning if you decided to use a double-sided piece of scrapbook paper, you could even skip this and just have the, the other pattern, the other design. This one seems a touch larger for some reason. See how there's a little bit of an edge? So that's all right, but we are going to trim it off. So we got to make sure it closes up and doesn't get in the crease, which I know I have not inked for you guys, but this crease here, yeah, it'll buckle a little and it doesn't look good on this side. So I'm going to just trim it off. You could lay it on your trimmer if you're more comfortable, or use a craft knife. It's pretty easy to cut when it's just hanging off like this. There we go. Let's see how I did. Yes, now it's folding nice and flat. Okay, it looks good. I love the green and the red, and some of the digitals have some pinks in there, and it's fun. All right, so now we're just going to add the other layers, the pockets and the decoration. So I do want to, I have some little pieces that I can choose from for the front. Before we do that, let's real quick, let me show you how, again, super simple, but I'm going to do it the same way. We're going to do those corner pockets. So I have a square that is just a smidge under 4 inches by 4 inches, because this is 4 inches wide. So say, 3 7/8. And I've already cut it, but again, it's just a smidge under 4 inches. Now I'm going to just cut it at 2 of the points, and we are going to have 2 corner pockets. Now, again, make any kind of pockets you want. You don't have to make yours the same shape. You could do your journaling spots on these panels instead. Just as always, just change these projects up so that you like them and it meets your needs and what you're wanting to do. Okay, glue on 2 sides, leaving that large angle open right there. And same thing here. And on these, again, I haven't inked, and I apologize. I should have, to make it easier for you guys to see. I'm just being careful not to go over the score lines where I've creased it, okay? Because you want everything to close up nicely. Okay, there we go. Now, this is where I did a belly band, and was a page in this kit that I used that had some strips like this, again, kind of like maybe faux washi tape. This one's almost like the scrapbook paper. I used it on the front. I'm thinking I want to use this one with these big strawberries. They're making me happy. Again, I know this is 6 inches, right? I'm going to chop a touch off here. And then I'm just going to mark it. Again, my trimmer only goes to 4 inches, the one I keep on my desk. So we'll just mark it. And I'm going to go just a little, I went just a smidge shorter, I think. There we go. Okay, so I'm making the simplest of the belly bands. I'm just using a strip of paper, and we're going to glue it down. You could make a more elaborate belly band. You could do pockets, a tuck, whatever you like. I'm going to do this belly band. And I'm going to, I'm not doing a huge thick bit of glue, but I'm not just doing right at the edge. It'll make my belly band a little more snug for one of the pieces I think I'm going to put in here. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Those need to be decorated. Okay, I did go ahead and cut journaling paper because I want to do a similar type of opportunity for some journaling in this one. There's so many lovely tuck spots and things that I was thinking some writing space that's built in would be nice too. But if you don't want the writing space, don't worry about it. You could even put like just a mat or something, or for photos, and make this one be for photos. Okay, I'm going to do one. And I'll do it opposite like I did on the other one. So I'll have a pocket here in a minute when we get to that, and a journaling spot. And then on this side, I'm going to put the journaling spot on the bottom. And this is just some of my coffee dyed paper. I enjoy making and crafting with. And again, just kind of centering it on there. Super easy. Fun. All right, and then this is a larger piece, and this piece I did, pretty sure I did 3.5 by 5.5, and these I did 3.5 by 2.5. And I'll put that in there for you guys too if you do want to do some layering or neutral paper for journaling. It just leaves that 1/4 inch around the edge. And you could make it a bit larger, but I want to watch for that notch and not glue my pocket closed. I also wanted to see some of the red and green of my strawberry paper. All right, we're getting there. Those are going to be pockets. Okay, let's stop the decorating in those pockets. Let's do the outside, the front cover next, so that I can, you know what else I have then to play with. I was wondering if I wanted to do one of these little kids on there, or if I wanted to go kind of like I did with this one and use one of the the little signs. Oh, I kind of like that one. Welcome to our patch. The circle is cute too, though. Maybe the circle. Now, I used part of one of these strips to just decorate it a little bit, and a button. So we will, let's see, do we like that? Yeah, that's kind of fun. I think I'm going to bring this one to this side just to be different. And again, I'm looking at where my strawberries are to decide where I'm going to trim this off. So I'm going to trim it here, or I might even tear it so that I get that torn edge. I did a little bit. I trimmed it, and then I decided there to kind of do a little patch together with a torn edge to go with this side. But yeah, just to, now I can't even find the marks I just made. That's funny, isn't it? Okay, there's one. There's one of them. Okay, so there's that one. And then this is just a tiny, just basically tearing this little strawberry off. Okay, that'll be fun. Make it look a little more like my style with the junk journaling. Yeah, it's a little short, but I like it. Just a decoration. And then let's see. Before I glue, let's see if I have a button or something that we want to use. Here's another that's more of just a solid red. It's not the same button, but it's similar. And then I had this one that's like a polka dot. I wonder, it's really not the right color red. I don't know if you guys can see that on the video. We'll just go with this one. And we'll put a little bow on it like I did the other one. So I'm just using the skinny twine and hopefully left it long enough to make it easy to tie the bow. I left the tails on the other one nice and long. I can always trim them off later, but I thought it was, it kind of looked cute. All right. I have tried when it's really like a really special ribbon or baker's twine or something that I have limited quantity, or it's just, really expensive, or, something like that. Not that any twine is super expensive most of the time. The thicker I can even find like at the Dollar Tree, which is awesome. But I tried to just trimmed it a little bit. Cut just enough or wait to trim it and make it, sometimes it's just really challenging. And other times I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make my life easy and cut it long and not worry. And that is that was the approach I took just now. I cut it longer than I needed, but made that bow easier for me. All right. We're going to put that there. I'm going to bring this over. And then I've got my hot glue gun on to glue that button down, and hopefully I won't forget, but I'm going to do it at the end because we still have some work to do inside, and it won't be in my way that way. So I'm going to set it there and I hopefully won't forget. Okay, it's going to have a button. Okay, so I have some fun pieces of ephemera that I'm going to just tuck in. I put a little tab on the other one, but I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. Okay, and then there were these little tickets style, and larger ones, and then there were the ones this size. I backed them with just a pink polka dot. This is actually part of that Strawberry Patch kit. And we're going to, guess what? We're going to pull out the seam binding. And this one, I have one that has a little bit that if I ever can get to this darker red, but I'm still just working from the ends. Let's see what we've got. That's very pinky. What's on the other end? I know I can just chop it. I don't know why I've been hesitating to do that. Okay, this one has a little bit of the red. There we go. All right, I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to use my slot punch and cut these. So I had already just cut these, backed them, cut them out, and inked them when I made the others, and then just kept them. Did that fly away? Did that little piece I just chopped off fly away? Well, I'm sure it's here somewhere. You guys are probably saying, Pam, there it is. I'm going to, again, use it on something later. And, there it is. It appeared. We'll use it. All right. So I'm just going to do just an easy tie. So cute. All right, and stick it in. I like these pockets. They're nice and roomy. Cute, right? You could have something even a little bit taller, but because I put that ribbon on there, I don't think they're gonna disappear in the pocket too far. Okay. And then, all right, so something to go in each of the pockets is fun. And you, again, do whatever you want in yours. Super cute. And then, let's see. I want to add a little pocket here. So I did on the other one, I did another side load. Just let's use some of this one that's a little pink. I did a side load that I just kind of decorated using some of the green to pull that in, and then one of these little strips. So we'll do that. And this is just 1 inch. I don't know. Just to fit in there. This is 3. This is probably 2 3/4. But just, or you could just use, you don't even have to have that. You could just use a strip. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to glue this on here. I want to see some of that green. And then I'm going to add for our pocket, just like that. And it's going to be a side load on this flap. Cute, right? All right. And then there are some fussy cuts left. Ooh, this one's cute. Look at that cupcake. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's bring some of the pink in with this cupcake too to decorate these pockets. cuteness. Oh, and I really did like the little tiny tuck I made with one of these, so we'll do that here too. I'll just do the opposite this time. And there's some more of these. Oh, that's not the little tickets. Somewhere in here, there's a little lady. I thought there was a bunny. Did you guys see the bunny? These are gonna go in some of the larger pockets here in just a minute. Oh, here it is. Look how sweet. I wanted that bunny. I think bunnies like strawberries. Yeah, that'll be cute. So again, just leave the top open. Just gonna add a little bit of glue. It's just for a little tiny piece. A little extra. Cute. This one I'm just gonna glue down. All right, funness. Okay, so something to go in the tiny side load pocket. So there were also faux stamps, and that were kind of like these, but then ones that actually look like little postage stamps. Very cute. I'll put one of those in there too. All right, and then for this big pocket, or these two big pockets, let's do another library card here. And then one of these is going to go in the back pocket, and then one is going to go here. So we'll put that one here. All right. And let's make this pocket. All right, so same thing. I did a piece. This one is 1 1/4 inch and probably 3 1/2. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. Yeah, it's the same length as the journaling paper. And then something to decorate it with. I think I want that flower. And that'll kind of bring this pattern to this side too. And tear it just a little bit shorter. There we go. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of glue it on here so that we get a little bit of that green border showing. Cute, right? And then install it just like a regular pocket. Glue on 3 sides. Easy peasy. But it definitely, you know, I think makes this one fun to have the different options to tuck little pieces in. Now I do want to add a little something, and that's kind of what I did. I think I did one this shape on this little larger journaling spot, just to give that page a little extra. This one already has some ink on it. We'll put it in here, and we'll put this little fussy cut in here. I have some extra pieces. I may just tuck them in these larger pockets, because why not? I really did. Oh, okay, I picked that one. I was like, I really did like this. Welcome to our patch. I'm like, where did I put it? And then one more. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the pieces. So there'll be lots of fun things to look at when someone opens this up. All right, and then the last postcard, and I want to put some ribbon or something on here. And with my prototype, I just used a piece of this neutral sari silk, so we'll do that too. And then have the pink here. We could do more of the pink or red, whatever we're gonna call that, but we'll just do this. Now I have 2 that are very, very similar. like it. All right, and then this pocket is just lovely. It's just a nice big pocket. And again, I just backed the postcard on some of that green scrapbook paper that I had. Look how cute. Okay, the button, right? We're gonna do the button. We could put something else in there too. Okay, let's decide where. I think up here, right? Like right in there. Okay, hot glue. Just a little dab will do ya. Please stand up. It's not gonna stand up. All right. Now, one thing that I sometimes will do as well, and I'll do this later because I'm going to take some pictures of this when I'm done filming, is I'll just put a dot of my white glue right there. I don't think it's going to untie because it has that glue on the back. It's not going to let it pull, and you can always retie it. But I did that on this one, and you can't even see it, but it definitely makes sure your little bow doesn't go anywhere. So that's something if you want to think about that. Okay, I love how this one turned out. I hope you do too. They look like they're very happy and good friends, don't they? So this is the one we made. It opens this way, some large pockets. We had that belly band. We have these side load pockets, little tuck spots, cuteness, little tuck spot, journaling spaces, big pocket. I hope you guys like it. Please let me know if you're going to make one, and let me know what you think of number 50. I tried to pick paper that was fun to look at and all of that, and what a celebration, right? Oh, if you're still here, then you'll get to hear. I have really been thinking about my giveaway, and I worked for hours, so it should be ready soon on actually like a 20-page digital junk journal kit that I'm going to put for free on my Buy Me a Coffee, guys. So excited. So, that seemed to be the consensus so that everybody gets a prize, right? And, anyway, I'm just so grateful to you guys. So I hope you stayed and, got to hear the announcement. If not, I'll be talking about it some more, and soon we'll do a project with the new paper kit. Someone gave me the great idea. I apologize. I think it was Denise. It might not have been, that I could do a junk journal kit and then we could make the journal together and do a video series. What a fabulous idea. So I know not everybody prints. I'll give that a little bit of thought and maybe put that same kit as a printed option on Etsy, but I can't provide, for free to everybody the printed kits. But if you want to do that, let me know what you think of that anyway. I know I'm rambling, but so much to think about. Very excited. We'll have a fun series, and it's some watercolor flowers, and anyway, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. All right, more soon. Thanks, everybody.